Alright, well, I think it's time for another auction. Looks like we've got some really good cars here. I think I'll buy a couple of these. See what I can get off this Dodge Ram. It's got a V10 in it. It'd be pretty sweet to work on this. See if I can get it for a good deal. There's some other cars that are better though. Oh, that's a little bit higher than I want to pay. Looks like I did get that one. Got a Maserati and a Jeep Cherokee SRT 8 as well. But I'll get a Dodge Ram soon. Definitely will at some point. We don't want that at all. It's just a silly 4-cylinder, not interested in that. Alright, this is what we're talking about. Let's see what we can get here. Come on, 325, 5, 98,000, 113,000, 118,000, 123,000. Alright, let's see if we can get this one. If not, we can get the Royal GTR. That'll be a pretty good car to make some money off of, too. I don't think we built that one either. It's kind of off the base game, not the DLC. Alright, that's too much and more, and I want to pay. We'll try for the Royal GTR or the Jeep Green Cherokee. Could work on either one of these cars. Trying to make some money off this auctions. Found my Hellcat and didn't make a good purchase in the last car. Restored a customer's vehicle. So this car makes quite a bit of money. So I definitely want to get this one. Try to get it for a pretty cheap price. It's got a couple different colors on it, so maybe it'll go for cheaper. See what happens. Come on, Lady Luck, let's go. Roll those dice. Oh yeah, we got it. Alright, I've got it. Nice. Let's put that in the garage. We'll work on that for sure. That'll get us pretty good profit for the shop. And Cliff will be happy about that. They always like to get paid, but they never want to be around to do the work. It's just how it goes in my shop, I guess. Just a nice giving guy, apparently. Nah, they do more work than I give them credit for, so. They're just behind the scenes, you don't see them at all. So, let's see if we can get this Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT 8. Be a fun one to rebuild. Take it down the track and then even four-wheel it as well if we wanted to. Oh, dang, I thought we were going to get that. We're paying a little bit more, so it's only 1,000 more for that one, so we'll have that to work on as well. Alright, back in the shop, and we have got our two cars here. Where's the Cherokee? What happened to that? I was wanting to work on the Cherokee, but don't really have any space in the garage. So I guess I'm going to work on this one first. Yeah, so I don't have any space. So we'll work on this car right here. What was this worth again? We've already got a restoration bonus, which is good. Oh, what was the body and everything like? Oh, frame condition's all good. What is wrong with the global body, I wonder? That's causing front left door. Okay. So it's this discolored door that needs to be fixed. There we go. Now we got it at 100%. Maybe this might be a nice quick one. Alright, so is there any plates? Are the plates good? See if these plates are at 100% or not. Yeah, what about the front one? Oh, there's no front one. Okay. Alright then. So only a 4,000 bonus on that. It's got the AXK package in it. Could do a Coyote. Which one's better, the Coyote or the AXK? Oh boy, nope. Let's see. Oh, that's right, I'm looking for the Coyote. There it is, 437, 401. What's the AXK? Oh, it's a little bit better for the Coyote. I think I haven't worked on this motor, so I think I'm just gonna rebuild this one and get a little bit more bonus off of it. So all right, let's move this over here so we can pull this motor out once we got all this done here. Should be an easy one. Normal drive shaft like most of the older cars. Alright, good to go. Alright, let's get this back down. Let's get this motor out, rebuild it, and put some performance parts in it, and get a little bit more out of it. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright, let's get this on here. Just going to do a quick turnaround on this one and just fix up the motor, put some performance parts, and turn around and sell it. Nothing too fancy. What am I missing here? Oh, that's the ignition coils. I forgot they're in there. Alright. And the dogs are barking. I don't know why the neighbors have these dogs around. It's always barking all the time. Crazy. Got the music playing tonight, that's for sure. Getting in the groove, building this Royal GTS. Or Royale, if you want to say it that way. Looks like Cliff's not here again to work on this. He just likes to avoid the jobs and stuff, but I guess personally I kind of like building these auction cars. They're not really into these as much. They like to do more of the old muscle car restorations. That's probably why they're not around as much building these auction newer cars that I like to do. Making a quick buck, you know. I gotta do what's good for the shop, right? That's for sure. Halloween's coming up. Gotta get the costumes for the kids, you know, and get that all sorted out and everything, and take them trick-or-treating. They actually like to do that around this part of the neighborhood. It's a good family area. and don't have to worry about too much going on. Take the kids trick-or-treating. No worries there. Actually fill up their bag with goodies for Halloween. Dress up. I think my son's going to be the Joker. He definitely liked that movie and likes that character, so I think he's going to be dressing up like that. So I was like, go for it, buddy. Alright. There it is. These nasty heads off of here. Some new performance heads on this motor. It's gonna look nice. Not only be nice, it'll look spectacular as it flies down the track. That's what it's gonna do too. Definitely excited to work on that Cherokee. That's gonna be a fun one to build. It's too bad I'm out of room in the shop and I gotta do this one first, because I was wanting to do the Cherokee first. Just thought I had more space than I did. You get forgetful when you have so many parts and cars and things like that. You just kind of have a field of cars and parts, and you don't know where anything is half the time. And I got a warehouse full of so many parts, I don't even know what's in it. So much stuff. So many barns to find, new cars as well, and even in the junkyard, just endless possibilities of work to do in the future, that's for sure. Fix up all these parts and then sell the normal stuff, and then we can put some performance parts in this engine, get a little bit more out of it. I know the customer will enjoy that as well. Looks like we fixed the block. That's very good. I love it when the block is fixed. Pretty much fixed all the parts there. That was pretty nice. Getting pretty good at this. Well, it looks like I had 2 blocks. I don't know where that was hiding. Let's get these crankshaft bearing caps in here and hold this crankshaft in there before I put the pistons in. Alright, pretty sure we ordered these pistons already, so they'll be arriving about now, so we can pull those out. Also got some piston rings for it. So I'm not going to use the old ones. It's just not a good thing to do. Alright, let's get these new pistons in here. It's going to be probably one of the quickest builds we've done on this engine, or that I've done in this shop. I'm just blazing through it. Going to make quite a bit of money off of this thing, and then we can get to the Cherokee very soon. Will be the next build for sure. I'm going to be fixing up that SRT 8. And maybe we can find a Ram in the next auction that we can actually afford to buy, or be willing to buy, because I'm not going to pay overpriced auction prices. It's just ridiculous. Not going to happen. Alright. I did a nice job of fixing everything. It's just so easy to put this together now. Won't have to shop for any parts. It's just coming together so nicely. How's this oil filter? 61%. I'm gonna get a new one. Oh, I don't want that. I need a performance piece here. Sorry about that. That's not what I want. It's just not going to do it all. Alright. So let's get some performance pieces here. Alright, get these performance parts and everything for this car. Need some ignition stuff. I think just coils. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I need some headers. I know we got those ordered somewhere. Somewhere around in here. That might be just those. Yeah, I think that's one. Pull those out of our warehouse and storage place, and we'll get those on there. Right. Finding all these parts is kind of hard, but got them all kind of stuffed in the warehouse and everything. But we'll get them in the car here and then the engine and together. Right, and intake manifold maybe. Might have a performance part for that as well. I think it's somewhere in the warehouse. I just have to look for it. Somewhere in here. Where did it go? I don't remember where I put this. Maybe I don't have a piece for it. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have a piece for it. Alright, well I was thinking it needed one of those, but I guess it's just the regular one. No big deal. Definitely gonna need a throttle though. And the fuel filter. Oh, and also fuel rails. I don't want to forget those. And we need spark plugs. And I think we're going to be okay for a little bit here before we need any other parts. It's so weird how I'm talking to myself like there's a group of us doing this. It's not like there's anybody here, it's just me working on it. I guess I just like to feel like other people are around and we're doing it together as a group and not just by myself, you know? It just motivates me more to work that way, I guess. I think that's how I see things, and that's why I talk like that. Why my voice changes whenever I'm working on it as well. Like I'm some kind of announcer or something like that. It's a little strange. Those cam gears will not do. I need to get some new ones. It's not going to be satisfied unless it's 100%. And that's just how it is. I can always sell the old parts to some schmuck that's going to put them on a car. They're in decent enough shape. You can still get a couple of miles out of them. Sure, some crooked mechanic's going to sell it to somebody and they'll have to redo it several times and they'll have no idea what's going on. And got the wrong belt, so I need to get the right ones here. I think I would know what I'm doing here, you know, with the mechanic work. At least we can use a few of these parts that we've fixed. And some pulleys and rollers. I'm hoping I have enough rollers. I'm probably gonna have to dig around and find some more at some point here. Yeah, I got one good B1. And how many A's do I have? Okay. Plumb out of rollers here, so I need to get some new ones. I definitely don't work on these engines very often, apparently. That should be enough, I hope. So I needed more of the B1s than the A's. Alright, need some more belts. All these belts lying around here, I just gotta figure out where I put them. Where else did I put that one? I know it's around here somewhere. There it is. There it is. That should be the right one as well. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's right, the tensioner. Don't want to forget that important part. Although it'd probably be just fine using the 60%. It's just a tensioner, not a big deal. I guess the tension is pretty important though on a belt. It's not like it's going to have a whole lot of wear and tear on it. And I need some ignition coils here to help with the spark plugs and all that good stuff. Make everything work really well. Almost done with this engine for this Royale GTS. Pretty quick turnaround here and engine build. Not too shabby. Definitely a vehicle I have not worked on yet, and makes quite a good money. It's worth quite a bit of money, and can make quite a bit off of it. So hopefully this engine with the performance will add a little bit extra cost to the car, so I can sell it for a pretty good price. And the body's in amazing shape, so I don't have to worry about that too much. And the frame's good and everything. It's just mostly body parts, or I mean engine parts and things like that of that nature. So we boosted it up a little bit more, and it's worth $167,000, almost $168,000. So we got the whole engine and everything done there. What is the battery? Is the battery doing well here? Because it could be charged a little bit, and could fix up the brake and ABS system a little bit better. And definitely I need to make sure the cooling system works well, Keep this new engine in good shape. And brake booster as well, we're going to work on that. So fix that up here. Make sure these are all good along with the engine, and kind of get away with not having to do too much on the suspension part of it. At least make the car worth more for the engine and every cooling system and all that. It's more important is the running of the car, so that's definitely more important than it'll ride a little bit like weird and rough and stuff like that. I'll need to do more bushings and things like that, but at least it'll run like a champ, and I won't have any issues with that at all. So it makes the value of the car worth more. So just be regular maintenance they got to work with on the suspension, no big deal. And the suspension's still in pretty good shape. I mean, they can replace bushings and things pretty easy. This whole engine overhaul is quite a big job. But it'll be a nice functioning running car. And the brakes are still at least somewhat good, so it's not like it's not able to stop or it's going to cause any issues in that department. And the exhaust is a little bit older, but it's not a big problem. It's not going to cut off too much power on it too much. Not like the exhaust is leaking and there's any holes, so there shouldn't be a problem. It's got a pretty good exhaust system, dual exhaust in it anyway. It's not like we need to upgrade it or anything. Just keep it the way it is. It'll work just fine. It was made for a supercharged or pretty strong V8 in here, so exhaust should be fine. As long as there's no leaks. I already checked that. They're fine. Well, the gearbox is in good shape. I think we'll just keep it that way. No need to get a new gearbox or anything, so always upgrade it later if they want. Otherwise, the rest of the car is in pretty good shape, so we'll make it worth quite a bit more here. So now it's worth $186,000. So, you know, these wheels look horrible, and they're going to be wondering about that, customer. So, whoever ends up buying it, so we need to replace these, or fix them. Actually, we can fix up the wheels pretty well. They're in pretty good shape. And the car will be in pretty decent shape once the customer gets it. I don't have anything to complain about, you know. Just some mild brake work, suspension work, no big deal. I want to forget to put the nice new fuel pump in here, so they don't have any fuel problems or anything like that. So let's get these tires separated so we can fix these wheels up. And the customer can easily get new tires. The tires are still got pretty good tread on them. And with the power that they are going to have in this car, they're probably going to be burning the tires off, doing burnouts and showing off to their friends and stuff like that. So they can definitely keep the older tires, and then they can replace them once they do burnouts and destroy the tires, which I imagine they will. Usually what they do when they drive these sports cars like that, they're always like showing off to their friends and doing burnouts and destroying the tires. There's really no point in putting new tires on it right now, especially with the suspension in not great a shape. So yeah, the tires are pretty decent. That one is at 70%. It's got about 73% tread left. That's pretty good for a tire, honestly. Others are about 60, not too shabby. I mean, half tread's pretty nice. You can get probably 40,000 miles off these tires as long as they drive it nice. Now, if they drive it crazy, they're probably only going to get 20,000 miles out of them. It's not going to be as good, so it's just up to the way they want to drive it, or the customer takes care of it. So, not my problem at all. I'm just fixing it up, getting the most worth I can get out of the car, and earning money for the shop, you know, and those kind of things. And balancing these wheels will definitely add to the stability of the car. Won't be as noticeable that the suspension's all messed up or anything. I'll have a nice smooth ride. Because if the wheels and tires aren't balanced, it'll just throw the car all out of whack. It'll be wobbling around, causing all kinds of problems. Get that last one there, and then we'll get these tires back on here. So I'm gonna put the worst tires in the back because they're probably gonna be burning those out. Be doing burnouts with them and everything, so put the worst tires in the back and the better tires in the front. Actually have better steering and stabilization control with that as well. Have better steering with the better tires in the front, and the tires in the rear just push the car, so it's not really that important. The steering is pretty important in the car. Alright, now we got that all done. Now we need to get it into the paint shop, so that way it looks the same color and very nice, like it should. I need to paint it a nice, much better color than the green that we have here. So I'm gonna paint it like a nice sports car red. Definitely love that red sports car. It's definitely gonna be something the guys are gonna be looking for. Midlife crisis, you know, type of thing. Get that nice bright red in here. Let's actually take the brightness down as we're mixing the paint color. What do we want here? Nice chrome. We got a pearl. I think I like metallic. Add some racing stripes, GTR, carbon fiber parts to it. We're just going to keep it just a normal stock looking vehicle. Kind of a nice little sports car sleeper, you know. Actually, let's take it to the dyno and see what kind of power it's got out of it and everything like that. So we'll throw some oil in here, get this engine started up and break it in, see what kind of power it's pulling, so I can tell the customer how much extra horsepower it has, so they can brag to their friends. I can brag about how great a work I did on it, how much extra power I got out of this motor that these cars normally don't have, and they've got a great deal in their hands. Oh, there's no oil filter. Looks like I dumped oil all into my paint shop there. I'll have to make sure Cliff cleans that up next time. So that'll be a job for him to do. Make sure that oil's cleaned out of the paint shop, because that's not okay. It's a rookie mistake. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Oh, that's right. I was gonna get an oil filter and completely forgot about it. Glad I didn't start it up without oil in it. That would have been horrible. I would have destroyed the whole engine and everything I built in this car, and would have lost all kinds of money off of this thing. This would have been horrible. But that'll be Cliff's job to clean up the oil in the paint shop, that's for sure. So make sure he gets that done. Alright, now we can start up the test here. Now we actually have oil in it and an oil filter. We're not dumping oil all over the floor. Dang it. I'll just have to blame it on one of the other employees. They aren't going to find out I did that. That's for sure. It's embarrassing. So 565 horsepower, 518 foot-pounds. That'll be a good advertising thing. Quite a big, huge boost in the power. So 500 horse, 500 foot-pounds. That'll be a good advertising point to sell this car to a customer. Make the worth a lot higher than it is before. That's looking sharp. So it's almost worth $200,000. Is there any way I can get more money out of this? I think the, I don't know if the interior parts, seats and everything are in good shape or not. Definitely see what kind of shape they are in here, and maybe we can get a little bit more money out of this car. Oh no. Oh, they are at 100%. Okay, so how's that? Good clean interior right there. Wow, that's amazing. Alright. Well, I think that's just about as good as it's going to get there. So, I think the customer will be happy. I'm going to put this up for sale. It's only got 53,000 miles on it, but now it's got 565 horsepower, 518 foot-pounds. We're going to sell it for 196,000, so earned quite a bit of money off of this car, just doing the engine and performance parts and fixing everything up, painting it, making it look nice. So if you guys like the video, definitely leave a like, definitely subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and get notified. My videos are up at midnight every day. Don't forget to check my description, my Patreon, my PayPal, and my new merch. See you guys in the next video.